Anthony, for the privilege to speak, say a few words. We were not scheduled, but it's always an honor, so thank you. So all protocols observed, PS, MP, all the leaders represented, guests present, the graduates, of course. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. As you've heard, my name is Judy Njino. I'm the Executive Director of the UN Global Compact Network here in Kenya. Just briefly, we are the world's largest corporate sustainability initiative with a mandate to work with the global private sector to be a force for good in society. And so we are here today to pretty much reaffirm the good work that Pontypridd is doing, driving key agendas that we as the UN system are pushing forward, specifically on sustainable development. As you all know, we are not on track to deliver on these global goals over the next 5 years, which is actually the target we've set for ourselves as a global community. And so the efforts that we are seeing here today really affirm the role of the private sector and the role of this particular sector in helping us move closer to achieve these goals over the next 5 years. And so we really applaud the vision of the leadership in Pontypridd, but critically, not just the vision, but the ability to be able to translate that vision into concrete action and impactful actions that are really helping us close the gap on gender, which many of you, I'm sure, know we are not on track to deliver on the gender goals of the SDGs, which is SDG 5. It is estimated it will take over 200 years for us to close this particular gap. But it is efforts and initiatives such as this one today that will put us on a firm path to close on that gap. And so the graduates today, really the onus is on you to make sure that the empowerment that has been conferred on you through the trainings, the skills, the networks that you have access to, that you'll be able to take up the mantle and be able to actually contribute meaningfully to this sector. The transport and logistics center, as you know, is very well male-dominated. But at the same time, it is also a sector bursting with potential for you all to move an entire market, but to also make significant shifts in our economies, but also in the lives and the society that we are looking to advance. So we congratulate you for the impact, the journey you've been on. We encourage you to hold each other's hands as you've had. It's not enough for just the 25 of you to succeed. It's important that we carry along everybody else who will be on this journey. I also want to thank the ecosystem of partners, ecosystem of supporters who've really been with you on this journey. So it's out of the collective action that we are seeing, the efforts of everybody being brought into this vision that we can really contribute to an inclusive society. That's what's made this day possible. And so for us as the Global Compact and the work that we do, which is pretty much to encourage the global business community and the community here in Kenya to work constructively with partners in government, civil society, and across sectors. It is our encouragement that we look at a lot of the issues that we are working on as a collective issue, a collective problem, but also a collective opportunity. And I think you've heard what Anthony has said. They've only planted the seed, but for it to grow, to mature, it will require all hands on deck. It will require us to unlock finances, and I'm happy to hear that the banks are here and are willing to also partner in ways that can also help move the needle. I'm happy to also hear that there are partners from development organizations who are also in a position to help amplify and scale up the initiative. But critically, it's also a time for us to start measuring impact. And so the seed that Pontypridd has planted today is a seed that can mature and blossom very beautifully. But it will take all of us rallying together across this particular initiative. And we are the Global Compact, like I said, are here to reaffirm this initiative, but also importantly to amplify the good work that is going on here. And we are willing to also do our part, again, to show the global community the work that the private sector in Kenya is doing, as far as pushing the needle of sustainability and inclusive business models forward. So I'll not say much except to say we thank you. This is our second year here, and we will continue coming. We'll continue to celebrate with you, the graduates, and we'll continue to do our part to make sure that the good work that you're doing here is heard across the globe. And we call on you partners. We'll call on our business community membership. We have 300 companies strong, some of which you've mentioned are all members, signatories to the UN Global Compact. And we'll put a strong call to action to ask them to open up their workplaces, open up the opportunities that they have to make sure that this is not just a pipeline of training and getting people into the job market, but it's actually a pipeline to make sure that these young ladies here and many others that will come along actually stay in the job market, because we know those barriers exist, Anthony, and you've mentioned them. It's very easy to get women into these job opportunities, but to keep them there, women face special, unique challenges. And it's important that we are conscious of that as stakeholders and as players in this space, and that we work to unlock those barriers that will keep them from staying in these jobs. And so we are really excited, and this is to just say congratulations in advance. The future is bright. When women move, they move with their families and they move with societies. So I thank you all, and thank you for the invitation.